think it's time to move on to a little segment we like to call Player
Player
Pass.
pass.
Because we here at Mustache Ride, or the podcast formerly known as Mustache Ride, we like to play video games, Tooth.
Yes. I do like it doesn't seem like it, but I do like to play video games.
And so do I. And so each episode we spin the Great Wheel of Games.
Great Wheel of Games.
And we pick a new game to play in between episodes. And then we return the following episode to have a fun discussion about that game.
Yes.
And last week we spun the game The Falconeer.
Mm-hmm.
And so this week we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, the Falconeer solo developer.
So yeah, let's keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. It was a solo developer. It's an older game too, so it came out in 2021, and it's like an aerial fighter game. That's pretty much what it is.
Yep. I don't love those kinds of games. I never really have.
Same.
Of the ones that I have played, this game definitely does it right in a lot of ways.
Yeah, this game has a lot of good qualities.
Yes, the Falconeer.
Yes.
It also has a lot of qualities that I detest.
Okay.
Dare I say. But let's talk about some good things first to justify saying some bad things.
Yes.
Because I like the graphics that they had. I like how the game looks.
Yeah.
The animations are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like most aerial combat games, you're more or less piloting a static thing. It doesn't move.
Yeah.
It's not often that you're a bird in an aerial combat kind of game. At least that I know of. I think there's a game or two where you're a big dragon, you know?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything either specifically.
But you're turning left, you're turning right, you're diving down, and the animations are really nice and fluid in between all of that stuff. So that's definitely something that they've got going.
Yeah. I think for me, like when I logged in, like and started flying around, it kind of reminded me of like Sea of Thieves a little bit. Like the graphics, like I don't know, like they were like similar in a way. Like it reminded me of it, and even like the idea of it being like open world. It could be just that it was around the ocean. I don't know, but
yeah, probably
it's open world. You're flying around, like you're seeing things like that you can interact with that are like separate almost from the game. Like you don't have you don't do anything with those things, but they're there. And so that's what it kind of reminded me of. And I think if you like Sea of Thieves, you might like this game too. I don't like Sea of Thieves.
Maybe.
So like
you don't?
No, I don't like it. I don't like the repetitive nature of the missions.
Okay, sure.
And this game is similar to that. But I think it was good. Like it's good as like a unique like aerial shooter game.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. When I first opened it up, I was surprised by the lore, like the amount of talking and preamble there was.
Yes.
I definitely didn't expect there to be so much backstory. You know what I mean? There's just a lot. And a lot of it is kind of not disconnected, but just they just throw you right in to all these terms and all this lore, and they just dump on you.
There is a big like dump of lore. There is like holy moly the amount of dialogue in this game. It was sort of like reminded me of I don't know, like in Civilization 6, like you'll open the game and like you'll pick something and it'll just start reading about that civilization and it'll read that entire thing. This game is the same thing. Like you just open it up and it just like keeps going and going and going and going. And I had a clip of like of the like of a certain like piece of the dialogue. It's not bad.
No, it's overall a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm confused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Also confused.
That's confusing.
Also confused. level that we can do
This
as
is
of
the
right now.
Reach, the sacred keep of the Mensa Order. Here is where the secrets are contained, where the path of the Earthsea is plotted, not for the sake of power or such worldly affairs, but for the redemption and the survival of all the people on the Earthsea. A task for which the Mensa
Mercy.
Order has suffered for a millennia. And now, like so many times before, the lust for power has disturbed the balance, and the way forward has been blocked. Oberon's reach awakes. Not the sound of
Who's that?
progress and learning, but the sound of war and chaos. A
Okay.
crusade to purge and punish the evil acts of oath-breaking and mass murder upon the lost. House of Borgia.
Like, bro, drink some water.
In the
Yeah.
name
With the
of
voice.
the Imperium.
In the name of the Imperium. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a long clip, but honestly, if I had to go through it, you have to go through it too. And that's not like one scene. That's literally any time that you talk to somebody. It's a
Yeah.
voice actor of some sort. I like to think that it's Thomas Sala, the solo developer, doing every voice in that game. That's what I like to think, is that it's just him recorded
Yeah.
all of that himself. And
I doubt it, but that would be funny.
I hope you did. Even if you
and
didn't,
impressive.
yes, yeah. So Thomas, if you're watching this, just tell me that you did that. Don't don't blow that for me. Just say that you did it, even if you didn't. But oh my god, the dialogue, there's so much of it. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
Yeah, and like I said, they just throw you in. But
Yeah.
okay, so there's the tutorial chapter, chapter
Mhm.
1, and I got in a little bit into chapter 2. How long did you play the game for?
I
The
played
Falconeer.
I played for an hour and a half. I played the tutorial chapter, which I was very like surprised because did the ship sink for you?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
okay. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I don't even
Yeah, I
see
thought
the
I
thing.
screwed it up.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even see the thing that's shooting the thing. Like, was I supposed to go longer? But what I did is played through like that one, then the first one for a little bit. And then I went straight to the farthest one that I could play, the highest level.
Oh,
And
nice.
I did that to see if the combat was any harder or like if anything was different.
I bet it was. I
It
bet it
was-
was way harder.
It was not any harder in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't
Huh.
die, I didn't die at all in the game, and I wonder if it was just like I wasn't even sure if you could.
I did die once, but
Okay.
we'll get to that. It was on purpose. So,
Okay.
but I played for about 2 hours 20 minutes. And I got through the tutorial, the first chapter, and then I got into the second chapter and did a few missions,
Mm,
and then I called it there. I saw a difficulty spike within the second chapter.
okay.
The big thing, if you want to pull up the picture, I have a picture in my list of clips, but in the tutorial chapter, they give you like this decked out Falcon build where all your stats are pretty high. And then this is like the second chapter on the right where you don't have as good of stats. And specifically your HP is like half of a tick long. And you feel that when you start getting hit by these new enemies, you feel that. And I almost died a couple times, not on purpose. My health was like at a sliver and I had to dive down under the water. And there's like a mechanic where you can dive and get a fish and eat the fish and heal.
Oh, I wondered if you could get the fish.
You can, yeah.
Damn, I tried to do that, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. It's the diving, I guess.
Yeah. So there was
Should've
one
known
mission
that.
where they taught you how to eat the fish. They taught you how to like use the little tornado things above the water to get air and refill your jet boosters. I don't know, your boost. And then they told you about the jet streams that are up in the sky that you can take, and it's like a little lane to make you go faster. And if I have a clip for that, it's way too high up in the air.
See, I didn't know about the jet streams really. I saw them on the map.
No bother.
But I couldn't figure out why in combat I would just suddenly get like skyrocketed up into the air. I was like, What is going on? I don't want to do that.
Oh, those little tornadoes
Yeah.
that boost you up.
It
Yeah.
boosted me, and I was like, what the hell is that? Okay.
Find a jet stream high in the air and ride it. Oh, that's way up there.
See, I didn't
It's
get up.
way up there.
I didn't get up that high.
Oh, baby.
It's like
And,
finding.
yeah, you
it's
are
like finding
going
Nemo.
faster. Yeah, the East Australian current. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the problem with that is that you're spending so much time flying straight up that you could just keep flying straight and get the distance that you would taking the little jet stream just as fast because you're not going straight up into the air.
Yeah.
And so even the little tornado things toward the water don't shoot you up that high toward the jet streams, and they're not connected or anything.
Yeah.
So I just found it confusing. Why are the jet streams even there if they're so inconvenient to use, you know?
Yeah, in my opinion, like the little tornado things, once I figured it out, the jet streams, now that I know what they do, the like charging up your weapons in the thunderstorm, none of that seemed to make any sense to me. I was like, why would you do that? I don't understand what the
Does it make them stronger or something? Yeah, I didn't get a clip of that, but yeah, you go into the thunderstorm and the lightning charges the back of your Falcon, and the things glow, and
it's so you
does
don't
it
run
make
out
your weapon stronger, or you don't run out of ammo?
You don't run out of ammo. So I ran out of ammo like several times, but there was not a thunderstorm close to me in combat, which would make sense. So I had to fly like to another freaking planet to charge my guns back up. And then like later on it tells you that like sometimes the turrets will drop ammo that you can pick up. And I was like, so why would you charge your guns if you can just pick up ammo from another gun? What does that do? Like I couldn't figure out in my mind why it was like electric ammo. Like why that was going on. Like I missed it in the lore.
So you have your regular gun that you shoot, and then you also have your missiles that you shoot.
Yes.
I ran out of missiles every time in combat.
Yes.
And then I just rely on my regular gun. I never really ran out of my regular gun's ammo though. So I wonder why I didn't run out.
So I got to the later like when I did the later levels, the only thing that was harder is that it took a long time to kill the like ships or whatever it was. Not the other like flying things, but the ships took a lot of time. And so I would run out of ammo, I'd have to go back, get ammo, come back, shoot the things again, and finally I got it. But I was like, that's so inconvenient. Like if you're not gonna put the thing to reload close to the combat, then you're like breaking that like combat feel the whole time.
The flow.
Yeah, the flow of it.
I had shown the picture of the differences in the tutorial thing, the tutorial stats, and then the chapter 2 stats, and how your health is so low. And I really think that contributed to the difficulty spike that I experienced when I got into chapter 2. And I have a clip for this where there's a new type of enemy and a new type of ship, and they just wailed on me. And I was like, whoa, 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 because nothing had shot at me like that until this moment.
Okay.
That's one down. Oh, they're hitting me with a bunch of shit. What the hell? Damn, these guys are no joke. I'm about to die.
Okay, so I encountered those things in the tutorial because I didn't know I was supposed to be doing something. And so I was just sort of flying around and I encountered one of those bug guys.
Oh, okay.
And so I didn't get it to him because I didn't go to the second chapter or whatever, but
right.
Yeah, those things are kind of, I didn't find anything like that in the later ones. And maybe I just like didn't do enough. I was just doing the story missions. I didn't do any side things or anything like that. And so I wonder if I just didn't get anything that wasn't a part of a story mission.
But you did most of chapter 1, right? After the tutorial? Or did you do all of it?
I did most of chapter 1 story
quests. So, did you end up exploring the open world at all, going from your home base area? Like, did you go over to that Emporium area to buy stuff?
No, I didn't go to buy anything. I mean, I went
Okay.
over there, I saw it, but I didn't land anywhere except the place with the giant crocodile fish thing. I don't know if you saw that area.
I don't think so.
There was an area that was like this freaking giant like crocodile or fish or dinosaur or something. They had it hanging there like a
Oh, I
fishing
did see
village.
that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa, that thing is badass. That is cool.
So you landed there?
Yeah, I landed there. Nothing happened and I couldn't do anything because I was in the middle of a quest.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't get to talk to anybody, but that was cool.
Yeah, in between quests, I talked to the guy at our home base and bought a like a emblem thing to allow me to buy better stuff from the Emporium area, and then
Mm,
I left and flew over to the Emporium area. Or no, I fast traveled there, which was nice. Fast travel's nice.
fast travel's good. That's a good thing.
I went to the Emporium area, dude. I shit you not. There were things that costed 22,000 splinters, which is the
See,
currency in this game. Like
I
22,000, 30,000, like that stuff that's too expensive.
yeah, I don't I didn't understand what that was, and I guess I just sort of maybe missed it because I didn't go to any of the other people because they didn't have any quests. I just went to the person that had the quest and only talked to them.
Right.
But I killed a like pirate ship that was random that I thought I was supposed to kill as a part of the mission because it looked like the gold emblem on the compass was pointing at it, but it wasn't. It was like really far far away. So I
Right.
just like spent a half an hour killing this pirate ship because it was strong as hell. And then it dropped a treasure chest of some sort,
Ooh.
and that treasure chest had splinters in it. It was like 5,000 splinters or something like that. And
Nice.
so I took that back and I was like, what the hell's a splinter? What is
Oh,
that? I had no idea.
that's your reward for doing any mission. That's
Yeah.
your currency.
I literally had no idea what that was.
Wow.
I feel like it didn't tell you.
I mean, it's just kind of I feel like that's a given. They didn't tell you much of anything,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
That's what I'm not assuming that I need to go and buy anything. I just assume I'm flying on the back of a war eagle. I kind of have everything I need.
well, okay, so in chapter 1, the people that you can talk to at your home base to give you quests, the story missions, there's the lore guy, and then there's like the guy you can buy stuff from, and then the last one talked about how you don't meet the requirements yet, but if you can beat this race course in 30 seconds, I'll sell you a new bird. And I
Mm.
was like, that sounds sick. I have a clip for this, but it doesn't tell you what you need to do to unlock it. So I moved on to the next chapter, never having done that.
So I beat that race course. I didn't talk to this guy, and so I have no idea what I had no idea what I was like. Oh, I accidentally hit it when I was going to a mission, and it was like race started, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna come back to this because I'm gonna beat this race.
Ah, I'm jealous.
So I did it. Go
Have a
volume.
nest of young warbirds, very rare. Show me you can fly. Finish the race course at Dunkel within 30 seconds and I'll sell you one. Hold up, bro. Hold up, I'll do that right now. Requirements not met? What are the requirements? Damn.
So I guess you just have to find it in the open world.
It's
That's
like
the requirement. What is it?
so the race course is just like you fly past it for every mission. It's like right beside there. It's like a little thing and it has like little archways and one is on fire and you fly through that to start the race and then you just like keep going through it.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy.
I failed it one time and then I was like, nope, I'm doing this till I beat it. And then I got
So
it the
did you go
second
to?
time.
So you didn't go to that guy and
No,
buy
I
a new
didn't.
bird?
No,
It
I
probably
didn't.
would have been like 50,000 splinters anyway.
I didn't even talk to him because it was like I saw requirements not met. I went to the guy that sold stuff and it was like, I don't have very much. And I was like, perfect. I don't need very much, I guess. And then like I went to the lore guy. I was like, God, I don't want to hear any more people talk. And so I literally never went back to any of those other people.
Yeah.
but maybe now I will since I beat the thing.
Okay, so in chapter 1 also, there's a mission, specific mission where you're supposed to take some like precious cargo to another faction,
Hmm. Yeah.
and you're supposed to not get into combat. You're supposed to get it safely there without dropping it. Well, I dropped it.
I dropped it too.
You did? Okay. So they have you go hide in the maw in this big rift in the sea, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Just this like Moses parts the Red Sea kind of big rift in the sea where gravity works different for some reason.
So
and
weird.
The ocean doesn't fill in this spot. And you're supposed to get down in there and just hide while your partner and other people take care of the enemies. And I thought that part was boring and lame. And you had to sit there for like 5 minutes just flying back and forth. I accidentally pressed right bumper and I
Mm.
dropped the thing. And then it said mission failed and it didn't end anything. I flew up and I shot stuff and it didn't end anything. It didn't restart the mission, nothing. So I was like, what the hell? So I have a clip for this as well where I ended up having to get killed. I had to like make sure and it took forever and then it restarted me.
Weird. Okay, I'll say it after this clip.
Head for the base of the moor and get cover from the monster gun emplacements.
Head to the base of the maw. So I just hide down in here. So this big rift in the sea is called the maw. It's kind of sick. Keep the item safe. Oh no! I dropped it. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Man. Let me try again. Retry. Wait, so I can't retry it? Just kill me. I failed the mission. How do I retry? Oh my god. Shoot me, shoot me. Oh my god, just my luck. I'd press one wrong button press. Kill me, kill me, kill me. So close. Okay. Do I get to retry now?
And yes, I got to retry
Nice.
after some monologue from some mystery lady, and then it restarts you at the beginning of the mission. But that was just kind of lame because I didn't know what to do after that. I could have killed
Yeah.
all the guys. I could have killed all of them, and went back, I guess, to
Yeah,
the
to the
main
thing.
area. But I didn't know if that would. I didn't want it to continue. I didn't want it to continue with like a failed
Yeah.
mission on my permanent record. I don't know.
So
I just died.
So I had that, right? And you're taking it to the House of Borgia, whoever the hell that is. But I was flying around. I didn't listen to the rest of the dialogue for most of it because I was sort of over it at that point. And so I didn't even hear the part about the mall. So I was just sort of flying around. I was shooting at people. And then I got shot and it dropped, like the thing fell. But I wasn't in the mall. I was just out in the water, so it let me scoop down and pick it back up. And then
Really?
I just scooped down, pick it back up, and then I took it to the House of Borgia after I killed all the people.
Why did I even they told me to go down there. They told me to go down there.
As soon as I figured out I could hit A and skip all the stuff, I was like,
Wow.
don't tell me about it. I don't wanna know.
Shameful.
I skipped all of it. I'm sorry. After the freaking 600 million long sentence long paragraph, I was like, I don't need to know any of this. Like, I feel like you guys are saying the same exact thing. Like,
Well,
the House of
quick
Borgia's
rundown.
cheating, blah blah blah. Like, I don't know.
Well, the House of Borgia was working with the pirates and supplying
Yeah.
the pirates with guns and weapons and ships and stuff. And then your home faction, I forget what they're called,
The Dunkel.
Dunkel, they end up losing their like partnership with a different faction thanks to the Imperium people. They were like, nah, you just don't get it anymore.
Yeah.
And so we're like, what the hell? And it's because of the pirates for some reason.
Yeah.
And then we get intel that Borgia was working with the pirates. And we're like, what the hell? And we have this intel, and instead of going to the Imperium, we went to Borgia, and we're like, hey guys, what the hell? What's up with this? And then Borgia and Dunkel talk, and they start working together. But on the way, you escort, which, oh god, we got to talk about escorting.
Oh my god.
But you escort Borgia over to Dunkel, and then on your way, you get attacked by pirates. And the Borgia lady's like, oh, they're turning on us. Great. That's not what we wanted. And so you end up working with Borgia, and then a different faction, I forget what they're called, Salad Fingers. What is it called?
Yeah, Salad Tree.
Salad Tree. You end up letting the pirates like destroy part of Salad Tree before taking out the pirates. Like you keep your distance. In fact, I dropped mines on the Salad Finger defenses because they weren't going fast enough. And I was like, hurry it up.
You could pick up the mines?
You can pick up the mines.
Oh.
I actually have a clip how you can pick up the mines and drop them on stuff, and it's pretty sick.
Oh, dude, I wondered if you could pick those up. I just sort of accidentally shot him and blew him up in the water.
That's probably viable too. That's fine.
It was in some cases.
This pirate scum. Did I get him?
Oh,
Nice.
it does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a whole thing, and it's very political. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of politics involved. I feel like they wanted some deep interweaving faction beef narrative like Game of Thrones or something, you know?
Yeah.
The lore is so thick and people talk so much.
Yeah, I feel like if you were going to make a video on the lore of this, it would have to be like 6 or 7 hours long because it just didn't make any sense to me, partly because I was skipping through half of it, and so that's fair.
I'll do it.
But it was so much of it. And yeah, the escorting thing, I almost quit right that second.
Boy, there's a lot of escorting, dude.
And it's like so boring.
It's
Oh
like
my
80%
God.
of the missions that you have to go do. You leave your home base, you get 2 feet out into the sea, and it's like fast travel to the mission area. And so you do, obviously, and then you do the thing, you kill the pirates, or you kill whatever, or you deliver the thing, or you pick up the thing, and then you go back to home base. 2 feet away, it's like, you want to fast travel home?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously. And it's so easy. Or you have to fly out to the sea to a ship sitting there, and then you have to go as absolutely slow as you can possibly go to keep pace with the ship.
Yes.
Literally, you have to dive into the water and slow down and go as slow as you can. And they want you to escort the ship. And then finally the objective marker moves away and you're like, yes, I'm free. And you can fly away. Yeah.
Dude.
And it's just, so boring.
It was in there. They go so slow. I'm like, oh my God, like nobody is faster than me. I'm on a bird and I'm going the fastest that anybody can go in this game, I feel like. And it probably wouldn't have been bad if there was like a lot of stuff to kill. Like if it was really challenging, but like
Right.
you see like one set of pirates that has like 2 other birds and a ship and you kill it in like 5 seconds and then that's it. That's the only combat you see the whole time.
I didn't need the ship. Why am I escorting the ship? I don't need your help. I can just go do the thing myself.
Yeah, I don't even care about the woman from House of Borgia. To hell with House of Borgia. Blow them up too.
Yep.
They live too close to the mall anyway. That's not even a good view.
It's rough.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. At the end of my play session, I ended up kind of just summarizing my final thoughts. I have a little clip. It's a minute or 2 long.
Okay.
But instead of me just saying it here, I figured I'd just play the clip.
Roll that footage.
You know, there's a lot to consider because it's not just about the combat. It's not just about the gameplay. It's about the deeper meaning behind every mission. But then, like, the missions are kind of up and down as well.
because there's good missions that seem to like help, but then when you break it down, it's just like an escort mission with a lot of downtime, and you kill some enemies. Maybe you pick up a thing and bring it back, and you don't even really have to fly very far because there's fast travel to and from the mission, which I actually appreciate that, because the flying in itself is a little dry. And so it's hard to really say. I would like to play this game more to see what more it's all about, but I'm in chapter 2. I feel a little lost. Like I just played as in the Dunkel territory, and I was starting to get grips on that, and then that chapter ended. Now I'm playing for the Imperial Kleftmeister territory, and I'm kind of lost again, and I don't really know what our objectives are anymore. We're investigating rumors, fighting off the freebooters, and that's it. Showing off to the neighboring territories how strong we are, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm not hooked. I'm not hooked.
Yeah, and that's fair because in my opinion for this game, it just like the combat feels a little bit too easy most of the time. It's repetitive. Even if it's a new thing, it's still like you're just locking on and shooting your gun at it. It's not like you have to go pick up a mine and blow up this thing and that's the only way you can kill it, which would have been way better if there was like a specific way that you had to kill the different types of enemies, but they're all the same. And then you go to the missions and they're all the same. You're either flying to somewhere and then your mission's complete, or you're flying somewhere and bringing somebody back to where you started and then your mission is complete. And they're all like that. Like all the missions are like that, or at least all the missions that I played, even in the later ones. It's like there was another mission that was exactly go take this thing here, which is like the first thing that you did. Like, and I was like, what? Like, that's the same thing. This one was sort of stealthy. You weren't allowed to be seen, and you had you had to fly through the mall. So that was kind of cool. Because I skipped that part in the first one, I guess.
There's little things that are kind of cool. Like I did upgrade my weapon, my original weapon. I got a different one.
Nice.
So I saved up. There's like a side mission that you can do over and over for 1,000 splinters at a time, and I bought a new weapon, and it traded like fire. It traded fire speed for power.
Okay.
And it felt good. It was a stronger weapon. Felt like I was killing stuff better. I liked it. So that's like, I'm curious what the other weapons would have been. Yeah. But you've got to grind for so long, or maybe explore the open world like you did and find chests and get more splinters that way.
Yeah.
But it's for so long, you have to build up so much to buy something that's really expensive, because every weapon also has like a durability rating. And so you can buy something that's like 5 stars superb for more expensive, or you can buy the same thing that's like 3 stars all right or whatever. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
But obviously I want to save up to get the superb one, the better one, because it's better. But you're saving up so much and kind of gambling on if you're going to even like that weapon or not at all.
Yeah.
I'm glad I like the weapon I upgraded to, but you can't know unless you try.
Yeah. I will say that there seems to be, and I don't know because I didn't play it, but there seems to be like hours of content, like hours and hours and hours. This game seems like it would go on forever, because there's even missions that are like, or chapters that are locked. Like you can't even get to them yet. And each mission has like, I don't know, like 8 or more like story missions, and then there's side missions for all of them. And so if you're looking for a game that has like boatloads of content, like this game has tons of stuff. I just fear that it's exactly the same thing every time, but that's just me.
I looked it up on how long to beat. It says it's about 9.5 hours.
That seems pretty good.
Not crazy.
No, it is $20.
Unless you got it for free on Epic.
Unless you got it for free on Epic. Yeah.
Try to get all the weekly games for free on Epic. It was free on there. But
So
For me,
one more thing.
oh yeah, sure.
There is a game that this reminded me of, and I was like, what was that game? Because I remembered playing it. Crimson Skies was on the original Xbox, and
Yeah.
it was like a flying game, like you're flying a airplane and not a eagle. But I don't know, because it was like so long ago that I played it, like I can't guarantee it. But in my mind and in my like memory of that game, I feel like the flying, shooting, and like mobility mechanics were identical to that game.
Huh.
Like exactly the same. Like had to lock on to be able to hit something efficiently, like all of it. And I was like, this game feels just like that game, like from a like flying standpoint.
There's not a big difference if you're flying a plane or not. The bullets come from a pretty similar spot
That's true.
on the craft. So I can see why it would probably feels like most every flying game you've ever played.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't play a lot of them anyway.
I
It's
don't-
not
I
really
don't
my
either.
jam in general, but
That's
I do
really
like
the
that
last one
there's
that
a
I
lot-
can think of.
there's a deep lore behind the game. I appreciate that it goes a little deeper, but it's kind of just you're just flying around. There's not a lot of variety
Yeah.
of missions that you can do
Yeah.
when you're flying a thing. So, personally, it's a pass. I just didn't have that great of a time playing this game. I'm not hooked.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I want to know what's gonna happen.
That's
Hate to
fair.
say it,
That's fair.
but yeah,
So I think for me, I want to keep in mind that it is a solo developer. And that's awesome. I feel
Really
like
impressive
I
with
feel
that in mind.
really impressive.
Yeah.
I think it has potential. I would have liked to see things like, did you encounter the whales?
yeah. I have a clip for that too.
Yeah, so the whales, I want to I'll play the whale clip. Here it is.
Yeah,
'Cause that
it's
was
really
cool.
quick.
That was cool. And in my opinion, the whale, yeah, I'll play the whales.
Whoa, look at that big old whale. Sick.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of potential because I saw that giant crocodile thing. Like if you're flying too close to the water, there's a potential that something could attack you out of it.
Really?
I think that would be cool.
Oh.
If different, yeah, it doesn't happen, but that would be
Did
cool.
you notice the faces in the clouds and stuff? There's like I saw
Oh.
a face in the clouds.
No.
I took a clip of it, but you can't really see it too well,
Yeah, it's
even in the clip. But
probably like an Easter egg.
it's really
kinda
subtle.
thing.
Yeah, it's really subtle.
Yeah, I feel like it's got a lot of potential. I could probably give a list of things that would make me want to play the game. But the game doesn't have those things. And so
okay.
I think just for me, it's super repetitive. There's so much dialogue in it that I just can't get past that, and it's going to be a pass for me. Plus, if I didn't get it on Epic, it would be $20.
True, and I don't know.
That seems a little steep for me.
I can definitely imagine the type of person that would be into this game, though.
Yeah,
You know.
and I'm wondering, because there are like several other like what is it, like extra content that you can buy on Steam.
Is that? Oh, okay.
And so there's like Falconeer, Edge of the World, The Hunter. There's like there's those two like DLCs, and I wonder if like other cool things happen after the game released, and these are just like things that like make the game more awesome. So I can't speak to those. Maybe the game is sick after you add those things. I don't know. I feel like it might just still be flying the bird around, and
Yeah.
to me,
Probably.
I just don't want to fly the bird around. Same reason I don't want to play Sea of Thieves. I don't want to take the boat around and do stuff.
But you lore hounds out there, you might like it.
Oh yeah,
but
there's
sounds
tons
like
of it.
sounds like it's a pass from both of us.
It's a
so.
pass.
But That means we get to move on to the next game, Tooth.
We do. Yeah. And it's the wheel's getting good.
Yeah, time to spin the great wheel
Wheel
of games.
But first,
Uh,
we gotta add a game.
We gotta add a game. You have a game?
I do have a game.
You do has game. Can I
Mhm.
has game?
Can you
Sorry, that was shouldn't have said.
like you want me to tell you the game?
Yeah, but it was like a can I has cheeseburger.
Okay.
It was really just don't
Okay.
even just go
Okay.
get past.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
going.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So the game I'm gonna add is called Place of Decay.
Place of Decay.
So it's on Steam. It's a sort of like a corrupted game project. It's a horror puzzle adventure game.
Interesting.
It's pretty cheap. It's like $5 maybe. And you could catch it on sale probably too, at some point. But it looks kind of interesting. It seems sort of like maybe like I don't know, like seems kind of like Portal.
Like horror Portal.
Yeah, it seems like Portal, Escape the Backrooms, and like a couple other games like all mixed together. And so I'm wondering like if it has some of the same mechanics that Portal does. I think that would be really cool. So
That would be cool.
yeah, so that's the one I'm adding.
Interesting. Place of Decay. Nice.
All right, what do you got for me?
The game I am adding is called, and you might have heard of it. It's called Schoolboy Runaway.
Schoolboy Runaway.
Yes, it
I
is
don't-
a messed up escape room, escape house kind of game. So essentially, you got your parents want you to stay home and study, but you want to go out and play with your friends.
Okay.
Your parents are Russian or something. It's a Russian game.
Okay.
And you try to leave the house, your parents catch you and beat you,
Oh,
and so you got to try to get out of the house without them beating you.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen some creators play it,
Yeah.
and it looks hard. It looks like oddly hard.
Yeah, it seems kind of goofy. Has very positive reviews. Like all the graphics seem kind of goofy.
It's like it's like a mobile game also.
Okay. Oh.
And it's fairly popular for what it is. It's
Yeah.
surprisingly popular, and I think it'd be interesting to see if it is a game that we would recommend people play or pass on,
Yeah.
just given what it is, you know.
Yeah, and I just watched a clip of it and she smacks you. The mom gets on you.
Schoolboy
Ooh.
Runaway. Put it
Okay.
on the wheel.
It's on the wheel. And so now we have the great wheel of games spin. You ready?
Spin that wheel. Would you look at that?
There it is.
I think Tooth rigs these things.
Uh-huh.
This is like the third time that's happened for you. That's happened to me like once.
This is so weird. Maybe we should shuffle it every time.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Spinning the wheel is kind of just
It's
shuffling
already
it, right?
shuffled. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Okay.
we're good. We're good.
All right,
This
Place
is the
of
game.
Decay.
Place of Decay
That's
is
the
the
one.
next game for Player Pass. So between episodes, Tooth and I are going to be playing Place of Decay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back next episode and we will have a fun discussion on whether or not we recommend you play it or pass on it.
Yeah. Or it might not be a fun discussion. It might be awful. And we might tell you in 10 seconds, don't even bother. We haven't done that yet. So
The thing about Player Pass, though, is that any game that we pass on or recommend people play, it could be the opposite for you anyway.
it
So
could. Yeah.
That's why we try to go into detail, in depth on the game and our thoughts on it, so you guys have a better idea. But or it's cheap. Buy Place of Decay, play it, in between episodes and come join the discussion next episode. So up to you.
Yeah, you could tell us how you like it, and maybe in the Discord if you joined that, and maybe we'll bring up some of your talking points.
Yep, or down in the comments.
Yeah,
Let us know.
do it.
Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.
See you guys later.